Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to preview this Saturday's junior lightweight super featherweight showdown between Vasyl Lomachenko and Nicholas Walters. Now, this fight is going to be happening after the replay of Kovalev-Ward. So if you did not see that, you can check that out. Then you're treated to live fisticuffs, which is another matchup between two top guys in their weight class vying for supremacy. 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
What more can we ask for?
And the Pacquiao fight actually started the last 2 months of the year of straight up fisticuffs.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. And if you're a fan of all combat sports, you've got mixed martial arts thrown in there as well. We had a great Bellator card last Saturday, which I have not finished watching yet. That had Ben Henderson versus Michael Chandler for the lightweight title in Bellator, which I read was a good fight, but I did not read the results, so don't spoil it. But back to the fisticuffs. In Lomachenko, he is making his first defense of, is it the WBO title?
I believe so.
That he won from Roman Rocky Martinez in his last fight. And Nicholas Walters, a.k.a. the Axeman, who is making his first appearance in almost a year after having a dubious draw versus Jason Sosa. So, in Lomachenko, we have one of the best practitioners of the sweet science plying his trade today. And in Walters, we have one of the guys who flew under the radar for a long time, until he had his coming out party against Nonito Donaire. Now, they're together. They're going to get it on. How do you see it going, Rob?
Well, first of all, they were supposed to fight early this year. Earlier this year. They haven't been fighting as often. Again, Walters was inactive since December of last year. So 11-month layoff. And since last November, High Tech has only fought once, and that was against Roman Martinez in June.
Yeah,
So they haven't been super active, but Lomachenko slightly more active. But he's only had 7 fights to date. Several high-profile, high-level fights. Walters has had, I want to say a better, more recent run, I guess you could say, because he fought Jason Sosa, which he should have got the W. He's fought the Donaire, Darchinian, Mariaga. Those are some guys who are not to be trifled with.
Yeah.
And now this fight is happening because there was a particular fight that happened on independent pay-per-view instead of on HBO. So that freed up plenty of money to make all these good fights.
Yes.
Now,
thank you to them.
That's right. Now Lomachenko is going to be the better boxer. He has faster hands, great timing, superb footwork, and he is just about everything you want out of a boxer.
Yes.
Out of a fighter in general in the sweet science.
Yeah, he has nasty traps, great feints. He has a few tricks that you don't seldomly see. Like, there's one that he does where he will slap your guard down and then punch you. That is like genius.
Yes.
He will also fake having windows open to open you for counters. So sort of like Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather, they do the same thing. Not quite like Rigondeaux, where he'll feign a full punch to try and sucker somebody in. But they all have excellent tricks. I'm putting him in the group with those guys because I believe he's that good. He may not have had the longevity of those guys, but from what I've seen of his skills, I think he has that level of skill.
But between his 250, 300 amateur fights, 2 gold medals, and he was on, World Series of Boxing?
Yes.
This guy is very accomplished, and this is just one more level. But will you be able to take the punches of the Axeman Nicholas Walters? Because while Nicholas Walters has had one fight, the one against Jason Sosa, and took on a bigger guy, Nicholas Walters fought Roman Martinez and took his belt.
Lomachenko?
Lomachenko has taken Martinez's belt. The Axeman was huge at 126, and he was huge at 130.
Yeah. He also has a 8-inch reach advantage on Lomachenko, even though there's only like an inch difference in height.
And that's a huge factor because if he gets inside or times Walters is going to be really swinging from the outside. And we know he is a vicious body puncher.
Yes, he is.
Watch his fight versus Jason Sosa. While Jason Sosa did not go down, he was supremely conditioned. And he's a stocky dude who actually played football at one point. So he's used to punishment. But the Axeman was ripping some insane body shots. He actually did the same with Mariaga, which I think he actually knocked him down in the fight, but he didn't take him out.
Yeah.
And you can see the same thing in the Nonito Dendere fight. And not only that, he has a great chin. Now, Martinez has a pretty good chin, but he more so seems to bend before he breaks, and he has broken at a few moments. Well, Axeman has been hit, shook it off, and kept coming.
Yeah. So I see this fight playing out and going the distance, but I do believe that Lomachenko will be able to pull it out. I think he will be able to, maybe after a few shaky rounds early, he starts to get Walter's timing down and begins to cut some good angles to take away his jab, because Walters has an excellent jab and he's going to have to take that away. And he'll be able to pile up enough points to win a decision because he's faster and will be able to land some pretty showy punches when he does land.
Now with Walters, I expect Lomachenko to outbox Walters. I do not expect him to knock him out. What I really want to see is how Lomachenko responds to those heavy hands of Nicholas Walters, because he caught a few punches in the Martinez fight where I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure he did not like how that landed.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about it was actually visible. And Martinez is neither fast nor a really good power puncher either. And Walters is a very good puncher, and he has a little bit of speed. Not like Lomachenko. He doesn't have Lomachenko's speed or athleticism, but he does hit hard. And when Walters lands, how does he respond? Does he retreat, or does he continue to bring the fight? Because I think Nicholas Walters will be the aggressor in this fight.
Yeah.
Not an Orlando Salida type aggressor, but basically able to jab and punch his way to certain places and get that last punch off. I want to see who gets the last punch off, because Walters, on his way out, has landed, especially on the Sosa fight, to the body, and then kind of stepped out.
Yeah. Now, I personally feel, because I think earlier in the fight, it will be Walters getting those last punches in. As the fight goes on, it'll start to be Lomachenko. I think he'll be able to make the adjustments necessary to negate Walter's strengths, and that's what's going to carry him through this victory. We have to see it played out to see if that actually is true, and I'm excited to find out if it is so.
That's right.
So that is it for this video, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave your predictions and thoughts below. Hit us up on any of our social networks. Those links are down below. And once again, I want to shout out my man Dan Harris for giving us these really nice shirts. And we will put the link to these shirts so you can get one as well. They're in a variety of colors and styles, and they're awesome. So that's it. We'll see you guys in the recap, and until then, fight on.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is come at a cost. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane, I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.